Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
This is a big week for, it's kind of an anniversary of our childhood. There was two things that were invented this week. One was in the 30s, one was in the 50s, but it was huge on my life, and I'm sure it was huge on yours as well. And that is in 1930 this week, the Twinkie was invented.
Twinkie the Kid. Ever wonder how they get that creamy filling into the middle of a Twinkie's cake? Well, these kids have some pretty good ideas.
First, they put on the creamy filling, then they bake the cake all around.
Anyways, so Twinkies was a staple in my house growing up. We always had a box in the cupboard.
The 3 dots underneath the Twinkie, that's how they do it.
Yeah, that's where they inject
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I used to take the top of the Twinkie off, the top cake layer off, and then I would take my tongue and I'd lick all the cream filling out at once.
Oh, so you peel it back like a banana?
Yep. And then I'd throw the cake away and I'd get another Twinkie.
Oh, God.
And I would just go for the cream filling. And sometimes I would eat the bottom.
Balance.
Sometimes I'd eat the bottom,
man.
but the top was too much cake.
The Twinkie was the worst. It was the worst. Like, there were so many better offerings from the Hostess crew. Ding dongs, ho hos.
Oh, ding dongs were the best. Why did all of us end up with diabetes, right? Our generation. All we had was ho-hos, ding-dongs, and Twinkies, and sometimes those Suzy Q pies things. I mean, those were always in the cupboard. Always.
The Suzy Q was that was like 2 chocolate cakes with like creamy filling in between?
Yes.
Yeah. I remember those, yeah.
And the other reason we have diabetes.
Think you know today's food prices? Try and guess the cost of this dinner. 3 pieces of batter-dipped chicken, fried crisp and golden, fluffy whipped potatoes, tender sweet vegetables, and apple cake cobbler for dessert.
You know what that is he's describing?
I want to know the price. Since we're playing Price is Right, a TV dinner.
Yeah,
TV dinner,
Swanson's. Right? Swanson and Sons. Remember TV. Swanson's? That was 1954.
1954, it was probably 35 cents.
What's your guess? About $2? $2.50? Wrong. It's about 85 cents.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's something else.
I don't know my inflation.
We always had
chart all that well.
And Grandma Mabel, great Grandma Mabel, I told you about her yesterday. I used to hit apples at her. She always had Swanson TV dinners ready to go, and the fried chicken was always my favorite because the mashed potatoes.
So many times I've read that fried chicken in the freezer section is like one of the worst things that you can eat.
Oh, really?
I love fried chicken from the freezer section.
Well,
like
and I never ate it when we had an air fryer. I was always sticking it in the oven or in the microwave. Yeah. Now that we have an air fryer, it's like, bring it on.
I know that's really bad for you, but like, how is it so different from the stuff that you get from the deli case? That's what I want to know.
Well, I don't know, but if everything in moderation, right? I mean, if you don't eat it all the time.
Oh, I'll eat a whole box, though.
This is Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
This is you. New survey of 2,000 travelers shows that 43% compare their international travel experiences with others. People that go to other countries like to name drop the countries that they have visited. Oh, when I was in Spain.
I've never been to Spain.
When I went to Vietnam, I'm not saying that you've gone to Spain.
You said this is you. You totally just it was you. I don't know why you say that.
You said you've gone to Italy before.
No, I've never been to Italy. See, you're just making this up. You're making it up.
France. Yes, France. It was France.
Well, because we were talking about France, so I brought it up.
Yeah, you're like, oh yeah. Well, we weren't talking about France.
Yes, we were.
I've been on cruises, not Carnival cruises, but I've been into
river cruises.
Something. The cool thing about going to the Bahamas is I don't even know what the country's names are.
Oh, did you just drop it? Did you just drop it like it's hot? Drop it like
Bahamas.
It's hot? Drop it like it's hot?
The Bahamas are all just like. I'm sorry.
Now tell me about the Bahamas. Like, I don't understand them because I haven't been there.
I meant to say the Caribbean. I have no idea what the country's names are. They're like drop you off and then you go off the boat and you're like, all right, cool. All right. They're like, well, what countries? Like my wife will ask me regularly, what countries have we been to? I'm like, beats the hell out of me. I have no idea.
I can't tell you because then I'd be a name dropper like Jeremy.
They're just all islands. I have no idea what they're. I think one of them was Tortuga. I don't know. Funny name. It stands out. Yeah, sure. That's fine. New Zealand, Japan, and Australia they top the wish lists of many international
What are 3
travelers.
places I have no interest in ever going to?
France, Spain, and Italy remain the most visited destination, and they make you feel like a noob if you're dropping those names. So stop dropping those names.
Those are the places. I've never been to Spain or Italy. Those are on my bucket list. That'd be kind of fun. Don't you want to go?
I like to drop it. No, I don't. I have no interest in international travel. And I don't count the Caribbean as international travel, even though it is technically, because it's all made.
Yeah, you guys used to go on a lot of trips. You're not doing that anymore.
I like going domestically to places that
because you're an old man now.
Never been.
You're gonna get an RV,
dude. The Charleston Savannah combo. This is my name drop. The Charleston Savannah combo is amazing.
So we're talking about doing that.
And if you can work St. Augustine into that trip, do it. It is like those 3 places are the places that anybody who has any kind of inclining for history and warm weather, because you could go back to Boston and get a lot of history, but then you got to deal with a lot of a-holes.
Right.
Savannah, Charleston, and St. Augustine, some of the nicest down home, down south, biscuits on every meal.
I don't like biscuits.
You can walk around the streets of Savannah with a drink in your hand. Yeah. It's great. It's great.
I don't know. It sounds a little too much. I don't know. Savannah sounds cool. The South. I've never been there.
Savannah's
East Coast, amazing. Charleston, North Carolina. Or is it South Carolina?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's South Carolina.
South Carolina. So yeah, that sounds interesting.
Charleston, Savannah,
St. Augustine, the oldest port in America, right? That's where
all within a few hours drive of each other. Yeah. So you could start in St. Augustine, make your way up to Charleston, fly back home. Start in Charleston. Drive down to spend a few days in Charleston, a few days in Savannah, a few days in St. Augustine, fly back home.
Okay.
From Jackson.
What did you say this story was about? Right when we started?
This is about name dropping.
Yeah, good job. This whole time, that's all you've been doing.
But they name drop the countries. I'm basically saying, I've been to the U.S. That's all I'm saying. I've been to the U.S. I've been where I live.
Hey, big time. Settle down.
Jeff and Jeremy.
We've both talked about on the program how getting DoorDash is like waving the white flag for laziness. Nate Bargatze's really funny. He talks about double dashing, where he gets addicted to DoorDash, and he DoorDashes something from one restaurant and then something from another restaurant, and the DoorDash drivers just drive at the same time. Like, man, this guy's lazy. And that's what I worry about. I worry about being judged as being lazy if I get DoorDash. Okay? I just do.
I don't know why the DoorDash guy would be happy that he's making money, because if you don't place the order, then the DoorDash guy just sits there.
True. Absolutely. But also,
I don't think they judge you as much as we think they judge us.
But it's more internal for me. I'm judging myself if I'm not if I'm not motivated enough to go pick it up, then what the hell do I need it for, right? But to each their own.
Yeah, what are your feelings on? Maybe you're not feeling well. Maybe you're tired.
What are your feelings on the robot delivery? This is mostly in metropolitan areas, and for some reason on the Cal Poly campus as well.
Yeah, campuses. I've seen this thing go, and it was driving into a retaining wall. So right there at an intersection where the sidewalk, you come down and it had to go left, it turned into the retaining wall there, instead of missing the sidewalk by a couple inches. It just kept bouncing into it. And then it finally backed up, did a whole spin around, and then went on its way.
On its merry way?
Yeah.
Like, how long does that process take? Because a similar situation, my daughter was doing her football practice at Cal Poly, and it got over at like 6 o'clock at night, 5 o'clock, one of the two. And it started when it was still dark out at that time. And It's also when like a lot of the intramurals were getting done and the kids are going back to their dorms from their classes and all this stuff. It was a big traffic snag to the point where the coach was like, yeah, it's a nice field, but we're not going to practice there anymore because it's too much of a hassle. And I remember seeing all these little things with flashing lights on them at this one crosswalk. And nobody was letting these robots go across the crosswalk because everybody was just trying to get the hell off of campus. And they're like, that's not a real person. I'm not going to let him go across the crosswalk. So there was like 6 of them staggered waiting at this crosswalk. 6 little robots with little flashing lights on them waiting at this crosswalk. And they were never getting across that crosswalk, not for the next 15 minutes because the traffic jam.
Anything that you ordered that was supposed to be warm is barely going to be warm by the time it gets to you.
Right.
And the steam from the food is going to make it soggy. So it's like the only thing I would ever order from like a DoorDash because, and I have, 45 minutes it took me to get a Mike's sub. 45 minutes. Now, it was a cold sandwich, so it was fine. But, like, I wouldn't order a pizza. I wouldn't order a burger, fries, like anything like that. Like, anything that would still, but, like, I can't even justify it because by the time you get it, number one, you've paid almost double for it to have it delivered, right? You got delivery fee, you got tips, you got all this crap. And then
freezing cold.
And then it gets there and it's like, it's not even good anymore. So get off your ass, lard ass, and go get it.
Chicago residents are feeling the pain with the delivery robots. They've launched a delivery robot pilot program in the city. It's scheduled to operate through May of 2027, but Chicago residents are taking up petitions to stop the city delivery robot pilot program because of things like this. Last week on two separate incidents, okay, where a robot did the thing like you were talking about with the retaining wall, was running into the retaining wall, running into the retaining wall, and then turned around. Well, bus stops there have glass partitions. And on 2 separate incidents at 2 different bus stops, these robots would run into the glass. So maybe they thought they can go through the glass because it's glass, and the guy that cleans the glass is really good at doing his job. I don't know. And they would just run right into it and shatter the glass at the bus stop, which then creates a hazard, right? Like you got broken glass where people are supposed to be getting on buses. This happened twice. And I think that they're right by taking up a petition for this one. You know, it's like, okay, these things obviously aren't working the way they're supposed to be working. Can we just give up? Like, I do not want self-driving cars. Like, the spirit for humanity is just being killed by robots.
You're just
like
old.
You know,
hate to tell you,
Elon is trying to develop one that will walk around your house and be your personal assistant.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You know, and it's like enough. All right, like manufacturing, fine, do whatever you guys want to do. That's on you, okay? But for everyday convenience.
Well, the robots outnumber us one day because they won't die, right? I mean, they'll probably figure a way where they can continuously charge
for a tune-up.
And but we only live so long. So
as long as we stop letting them go across the crosswalk, they will never overtake us.